Some games are about epic quests, some are about saving the world, and some are about shoving a weird shaped ladle that you picked up for no good reason into your magic bag like it's Tetris for loot goblins. I'm Kat Karlov, and today we are talking about two games that scratch that very specific, satisfying itch, Tidy Backpack and Tidy Cauldron. Puzzle games that ask the age-old question, can I fit one more piece of garbage in here without everything exploding? If you've ever spent 40 minutes organizing your Stardew Valley chest instead of farming, or if inventory management is your love language, you're in the right place because that is me too. Let's dive in, rotate that item just right, and we'll see which game is for you. Come on, let's go. So before we actually go into these games, I wanted to have a really quick sit down talk because I want to talk about what I mean when I say a second track game. I brought it up a few times. I've talked about it really briefly in the midst of some of these games that I do kind of see as second track games. But I thought, hey, this is really like a second track game video. Let's get into it. So before I had been diagnosed with ADHD, because I got diagnosed very late in my life, I always said, hey, I have two tracks in my brain and both tracks need to have something on them or I feel anxious. Now that I know that I have ADHD and autism and some other things happening, what I'm recognizing is that I'm actually understimulated. It's very easy to have happen if you're neurodivergent, especially if you're a neurodivergent person who's also experiencing some kind of burnout. You want to relax, right? But you can't relax because there's not enough going on. Like, I think all of us are familiar with feeling overstimulated, like there's just too much noise or whatever. But I think it's less discussed. It's like understimulation is also very much a thing that can happen. And you don't necessarily need to be neurodivergent, but it's different than being bored. You know, it's different than having that being like, oh, well, I don't have anything going on. It really, for me personally, and obviously I can only speak for myself, I feel like I need to have something that my brain is working on and something that my body is working on at the same time. And so when I talk about these kind of second track games, what I'm looking for is a certain level of intellectual interaction, right? Based on what I'm doing on the first track, as I call it. And on second level, the other thing I'm looking for is like a kinesthetic or body type of interaction. How much of that is required to do the thing? So for me, I feel like there are also tiers of those second track games to really like get into the system of it. I feel like first tier are things like Ship Inc. or Lost and Found. Those two games that I featured a couple of videos ago, where it's literally just like point and click. There's a cozy mode, so there's no timer. You can just vibe out. You put stuff in the box or you give the lost item to the owner of the item. And there's not a lot of pressure. There's not a lot of things. You're not doing a whole lot of stuff. That I feel like is great for something where you need to focus up on something and pay a lot of attention to that first track, but it's not enough to get you through. And so you need like a little sneaky snack on the side, which is one of those types of games. The games I'm going to feature today, I feel like are in that second tier of where you got like a pretty solid amount of intellectual stimulation with it, and you're moving your hand. You got the kinesthetic part. You're moving your mouse, but not so overpowering that you couldn't be doing something else on the side. For example, these are the types of games that I go to when I am watching a YouTube video I actually want to pay attention to, but that isn't, like interesting enough to be all of my attention. Those 3-hour-long lore videos about games you'll never play. For me, it's like, okay, here's a 3-hour-long video about Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's buckle in and pull up Cash Cleaner Simulator. As for me, that is very much that second tier where it's like, okay, I'm moving around and doing all of this, but I'm not doing a ton of thinking. I'm doing a bit of advanced planning. And that's the extent of it. And management, where it's like, okay, this stuff goes here and this stuff goes here. There is a third tier for me, which I use when I'm like, oh, okay, everybody's watching a movie together that I've already seen or something of that, where it's just like, I need to pay just enough attention. Maybe I'm waiting on hold. Like, I feel like those are the types of things where it's like, you are waiting or something similar is happening. and you need to pay some attention to it, you know? So like being on hold, you need to wait and listen for somebody to pick up the phone. So you have a lot of that you have extras that you can put onto that third tier. For me, that's something like World of Warcraft. I've played World of Warcraft since Wrath of the Lich King, and I could probably play it in my sleep because of the muscle memory of, you know, what do I do when this sound happens? What's my rotation? Like all of those types of things, especially because I don't play at high tier levels. So my rotation could be whatever the heck I want it to be. That's that kind of like third level of second tier where it's like, okay, at that point, it's actually like your primary tier is whatever the game is, and then you're on hold on the side. That's that idea of the first and second track kind of condensed. If you have any questions about it or any thoughts, obviously leave them in the comments. I'd love to talk to you more about it. And also let me know like if you experienced that kind of thing. But yeah, so without further ado, let's move into the actual game so you can kind of get a feel of what I'm talking about. So let me show you kind of like what the vibe is for this. And the two games are eerily similar, like so similar. I thought they were made by the same people. They aren't. The art style is different. That kind of thing is the change. So it's really kind of do you prefer this version, which is kind of like a pencil art, more classic fantasy version, or when I show you Tidy Cauldron, which is more like a little dark, but like in a cute way, kind of a cottage witchy vibe, whether you prefer that. Outside of that, they're exactly the same. So let me show you kind of what I'm talking about with Tidy Backpack and why I said it's like just like organizing your chest or you know, like in Resident Evil, how you have to kind of manage your inventory very, very tightly. This is that, but in a relaxed way. It's kind of cute and fun. So let's start here on Tidy Backpack. I've gotten a few in, as you can see. I've started a little bit, so I'm going to show you some of the ones that, you know, I'm going to show you 16. We're going to walk through 16 together. I haven't done it before. So we have these items, and basically all you want to do is just kind of stick them into places, but you know what I mean. All right, so we're going to do that. I have a feeling, oh, this might not be what I thought it was going to be. Let's take you out of here. Let's put you into here. Sheesh. Okay. Basically what I'm trying to do is find a way, right? I feel like that's right, but wrong. You know what I mean? And that's not right. Ooh, wait. I got it. There we go. I just got it. I saw it. I saw through the matrix. Okay, there we go. I got so excited when I saw it. I was like, oh, wait, I see it. I feel like that's how I play these games. Like, I'll just be like trying to shove stuff into various different places, then it'll click. I snap. That was a snap. You can't see my hand, sadly. It'll click, and I'll just be like, oh shit, okay, there it is. I found it. But yeah, that's literally all it is. And they'll give you more items and, you know, more difficult puzzles. Oh, we got an axe with an apple on it. Yeah, so more difficult things to do. What shape is this? Okay, so it's like a square with an extra. Okay. I was like, what is this? What shape? Why friend shape? If not friend, why friend shape? I don't think this is gonna be the answer, to be honest with you. Let's try you here. Oh, I think I got it. I think I saw through the matrix. There we go. Yep. But yeah, so this is apparently the Berserker Razor is what we're adding. And there's like a little, you know, flavor text to each one of the items that you get as you go through. But, you know, it's cute. It's got that, like I said, pencil-y, hand-drawn style. And you go through and you put the stuff in the thing. And, you know, you got your lore video on the other screen. Or you're talking to your friends, you know, casual chatting in Discord or something like that. This is perfect for that, you know? And I think it might even be fun, just putting it out there, I would totally do this, to play it with your friends on Discord, like streaming the video to Discord, and you guys could play it together. I think that would be fun. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a cat thing. If it is, I'm fine with that. So, all that being said, let's head over and I'll show you Tidy Cauldron. Hey, if you're still here, like and subscribe. All right, so this is Tiny Cauldron, and you can immediately kind of see the difference in the aesthetic styles of the two games. This, like I said, super like cottage witch, a little dark, especially once you see the items that you're putting in, and pixels. Like pixels, I'm here for a pixel art moment. So let's start. Apparently I already did this level, which is fine. But yeah, so we got the cat, we've got the bat. We're gonna put the bat in, put that over here, and then we'll go shebang. Potion brewed, done. Like I said, the gameplay is not different. It is the same game, a lot of the same shapes, a lot of all of that, but a different aesthetic. And so if this is more your aesthetic, maybe you'll love a Tiny Cauldron. I also play Tiny Cauldron, and I'm sure I would play Tiny Backpack. I just haven't done this yet on my Steam Deck. So if you have something portable, these games are great for that. There's not a lot of controls, you know, you're just moving stuff around. You know, you use if you're on PC, you're using mouse and keyboard, or literally just mouse. Like, I'm not using my keyboard for this. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna take the bat out. We're gonna deal with this one first. Boom, boom. This one. This one. There we go. Potion brewed. We love this. Yeah, so literally just using the mouse to drag and drop. So that kind of stuff, I really feel like I place well on Steam Deck or something portable, because I'm a boomer and I struggle. I struggle using controller to do a lot of things. I prefer mouse and keyboard. It's just easier for my brain to kind of parse the movements and things that I need to do. So these types of games, or even a game like, I've played so much Hollow Cure on my Steam Deck. Those are the things I really like using Steam Deck for. These kind of like little games, don't have a ton of controls I don't need to try to manage. Like the people who play Dark Souls on their Steam Deck, I'm like, you guys are next level. I can't play Steam Deck on mouse and keyboard, or I can't play Dark Souls on mouse and keyboard, let alone on a Steam Deck. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so with each one of these, you're gonna get just new stuff to put into the thing. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. I put you in the wrong spot. I did it twice even. Oh my goodness. And there you go. As you're moving through, you're gonna get more items. It's gonna become more difficult, all that kind of jazz. But, yeah. Thank you. No, because it's a 3, right? Yeah. I think I'm doing this all wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna see it. You know? I'm gonna be like, I saw into the Matrix. And the Matrix looked back. I got it. There it is. Stack them. Stack them high. But yeah, like I said, same exact mechanics, same exact everything, same all of it, just a different art style and different, you know, name. I don't know. It's exactly the same. And including, like, you know, sometimes I talk about these situations where it's like, okay, these are two games that do the same game loop, let's say, or something like that. Like, no, these two games are exactly the same, which is a different coat of paint. So you just decide which coat of paint you like better, and they're both available for you. I hope that this gave you an insight into these games. I also would love to hear in the comments, like, what are your second track games? Like, what is that for you? What are the things that you do when you're trying to like wait on the phone or something silly and you have your stuff with you? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing when you're watching your YouTube videos? What are you playing? I want to hear about it. And then hopefully I'll get some more suggestions, which I would love. Suggestions are always welcome. That's the other thing. It's like, if you have a game that you want to see me talk about or play through or comment on, I would love to do that. So leave any of those in the comments as well. And I'm happy to look into them and create them and put them in a future video, you know? So without further ado, I'm gonna let y'all go. Check these out. Links are in the description as always. I know for sure Tiny Backpack has a demo, but like, you get it, right? You get it. You don't need to see like a lot of that. But if you want to just try out a few levels, you know, or something like, it's available for you. It is there. So check those out. But until next time, everyone, stay shiny, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right, Kit Kats, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this chaos, like the video, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss the next indie game adventure. Or rant. I do that a lot too. If you've got thoughts, please drop them in the comments. I read all of them while I'm trying to rest off whatever weird thing my body is doing at the moment. And hey, if you want a chill space to get stuff done, I stream co-working twice a week on Twitch and on YouTube, Tuesdays and Thursdays at around 2 in the afternoon, Los Angeles time. Links in the description. Remember, stay cozy, stay curious, and stay shiny. I'll see you next time.